Hey guys, it's Shannon. So this is a fun project me and my son did together, and I thought you guys might be interested in creating one too. So before I get started, don't do what I did and wear flip-flops when you're working with power tools. This was really seriously just a very last minute thing that we decided to do for fun. So I grabbed the saw and cut down this piece of wood, this extra piece of plywood that we had. I measured it to about 9 inches wide by 16 inches long. Next, I used 80 grit sandpaper to sand the entire thing down. For this project, I really did a very good job of sanding because I didn't want my son getting any splinters or anything. I definitely didn't want any hard, crisp edges, so I rounded all of them down as well as the corners and made sure everything was nice and rounded and soft and smooth for him. After everything was sanded, then I took it inside and we painted. He picked all the colors for this. So we did a white background first. So I ended up giving this 2 coats of white paint front and back and made sure to also get all of the sides. I wanted him to have fun painting, so I created a stencil. That way he could kind of get creative with the paint. This is just a contact paper stencil that I used my Silhouette Cameo to cut out. So I'm just pulling it off the paper here and applying the stencil to the wood. I have a full tutorial on how to create contact paper stencils, which I will link up in the iCards if you'd like to watch that after this tutorial. Now for the fun part for my son. He went ahead and just used some paintbrushes and some acrylic paint to paint in the stencils, and I just kind of let him have his freedom and paint where he wanted. And so this isn't the best technique for painting on stencils. You can see that again in that contact paper stencil tutorial that I mentioned earlier. So it doesn't have the most crisp of lines, but it's his skateboard and I really wanted him to just have that creative freedom with it. So this is what ended up happening. Once this layer of paint had dried, we went back and did do a second coat of this paint to make sure it was good and solid. Once the paint had dried all the way, that's when we went ahead and took off the stencil. And I didn't take video of it, but then we did spray this with 2 coats of a clear spray just to seal in all the paint. Here's a look at the screws that we used. I had originally bought bolts with nuts on them so that it would be nice and tight and secure. However, it impeded the wheels from being able to move. So we went a different route and just got really tiny screws and screwed them right into the wood, up from underneath and through the wheels and then directly into the wood. You can also check out the description box below for links to following me over on my social media, both on Facebook and Instagram, and see more of my DIY projects. So here's a look at the wheels. One of them all screwed in. You can see it needed 4 screws per wheel. And then as you can see, all 4 of the wheels attached to the bottom. And now for the fun part, the scooter part. It's held up really well. I've made sure that he knows that he cannot stand on this. He may sit on it or he may scooter around on his belly on it. And he has had so much fun, so I highly recommend this fun project if you want to make your kiddos something fun to do. Take a second to hit that like button. You can also hit the subscribe button and check out more of my videos here. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.